The search for your purpose, a never-ending quest for glory that will eventually drag you to a lot of horseshit. Sign up now! Right then, as the episode opens up, immediately you spot something off about it. Aside from obvious Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo recolors, there's no beatings handed out in the classroom. There go the times of proper education. Still, for a new show, at the time, writers had to establish what are those butt tattoos that every long-faced manure machine had. So this episode essentially had it down in the first 2 minutes, but the problem with having those symbols represent someone's talents make you ask even more questions. And I'm not quite sure if a kids show should really make kids ask too many butt-related questions. But even so, I have a couple of questions I wanted to ask even now. Number 1, do these marks represent the skill that the pony is best at? Or is it the representation of unparalleled ability? Is the skill as well as the mark itself determined at birth? You know, like destiny, no matter what you do, you'll end up one way. Does the mark itself carry those skills, and why are ponies so useless when they lose them? If you're confused by the last point, look up the season 5 opener, cause I'm still certainly confused. Oh, and what about other species? I don't have a mark. Well, I can have one, but it's cosmetic. Still, does that mean that those marks hold all the skills ponies have, so losing them means... Oh, my brain! A show about mystical magical horses, just remember that. Okay, I'm good, I think. Anyways, we get some vague explanation of our horse butt tattoos, and if you really want to make this episode interesting, take a shot every time camera focuses on someone's butt, or those butt tattoos are mentioned. No, and every time I say butt as well. Cause you know, the best way to advance in life as an entertainer, of sorts, is to kill your audience right off the bat. Since I've never used alcohol myself, it'd be rather hypocritical to do this, but take a shot. Still, who here doesn't like butts? In fact, my favorite thing aside from consuming love out of unsuspecting pedestrians is to butt watch. Okay, now it's just getting weird. Back to the plot. Ah, fuck, I didn't even intend that one. This actually was the first episode to focus on our even smaller ponies. That is, Applebloom to be specific, as she goes through a rather typical school day, being mocked for having or not having something in relation to her butt. I just can't stop today. Nonetheless, Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara are established as antagonists for a little filly, and as much as you're supposed to hate on such characters, I can't but to appreciate their presence in the show, as they perfectly mimic the typical school bully, more passively aggressive than anything else. Well, sure, in the hive for me everyone was a flying dick, but when you're hungry it's pretty hard to be cheerful. But anyways, as the story progresses, AJ starts talking about her butt, then Big Mac's butt and Granny's too, and finally Applebloom joins in the conversation. I honestly don't know how to react to this realization, so let's just carry on. As Applebloom goes on to help sell apples, one thing stuck out to me. That little filly just needs to start doing some bodybuilding and she would become an amazing racketeer. Seriously, maybe that's how apples manage to stay afloat. Big Mac just goes around on racketeering raids. Since Applebloom lacks the bulk biceps level of muscle, she's relieved of her duty, and later on finds out of Twist's new butt development. Oh my god, that's just wrong! Anyways, feeling left out, Applebloom gets teleported by commercial break, and now Dash is coming to rescue on this butt emergency. What's wrong with me? Dash basically sets the tone of how Applebloom with her pals will continue on to discover their butt destinies. No, bad, Changeling, bad! Okay, enough is enough. As Applebloom tries out many things and nothing comes of it, along comes Pinkie Pie, the magpie, and infects our little filly with magpie virus. So now both lose any focus and rush to the next shiny thing, in this case, cupcakes. And because it's convenient enough, Pinkie drags Applebloom to Sugar Cube Corner, where Diamond Tiara's party is taking place. Still, as one last ditch attempt, Applebloom asks Twilight to help with their butt issue, and try as you might, not even magic can fill the void Applebloom feels. Okay, yeah, you might as well mark this as club fiction, cause I just can't stop! Even so, as the party goes on, Applebloom tries to hide her oh-so-bare butt, and surprisingly utilizes psychology successfully, yet ultimately fails and cue the ridicule. Now, what puts me off is the fact that once more ponies seem to be uncaring or even cruel, as none of the adults really step in. I've been pondering this for a while and I can't put my hoof on exact reason for this. But it doesn't matter, it's another proof that my kin is better and I'll take every chance to gloat about it, so ha! Still, Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo decide to step up, and this moment in particular is very important to note, since it serves well as a good role model message. See, I've experienced such situations several times. I can say personally I've received a lot of respect as well as gained a lot of respect for person defending. This sort of moment leaves an incredibly positive mark on a person, and having it being encouraged by this little cartoon is just wonderful to see. As for the other message, searching for your destiny, Well, first off, I don't believe in such nonsense. But even so, discovering things that you could be good at or discovering things that interest you may take time, and trying out 10 different things might not be the best idea. Yet you still have to force yourself to actually search for these things. And I'd say it's a decent message to have. Unfortunately, the ultimate message is spelled out by Twilight, which is about finding friends with similar interests, issues, or butt problems can bring you closer. And yeah, that's how friendships are built, upon common ground and butt-related stuff. Oh, and one more thing. As our new little trio brainstorms the name of the gang, I can't but to help and point out that we have Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo. Now, here's an easy lesson in acronyms, kids. Use the first letter of each character's name. And what do we got? The ass! Yay! Also, this is the name I'm gonna be using from now on to describe our butt-obsessed trio. So thanks for staying with me. I'll be here forever. But night.